friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly. Today I'm going to be doing the favorite things tag. This is an original tag by author Lauren Adele. I was tagged by Michael Cummins. I am very appreciative of his channel. He is very inspiring in his choice of books, and I always feel like I want to push myself to read harder and harder things and things that I never thought I would pick up, and he's inspired me to read Crime and Punishment, so I think I'm going to get to that early 2023. Maybe some of you want to read Crime and Punishment with me and it can be less scary as a group. The first question today is what is your favorite musician or band? I think if I absolutely had to choose a band, I would say the Eagles, but I'm one of these people that I like specific songs that I take from different bands, and I'm pretty eclectic. My favorite individual, like Broadway artist, is Jeremy Jordan, and my favorite actual musician is probably one that not a lot of people necessarily pick because he's dead. I would say Mozart. The next question is, what are your top 3 favorite films? Well, I had so many that I could say for this, but my number 1 is my only one that is never changing. It's going to be my number 1 probably forever because it has been for most of my life, and that's White Christmas. And the other one that I chose today to mention is The Greatest Showman and Vertigo, which is the Alfred Hitchcock movie. What is your favorite scent? Pumpkin. I love pumpkin so very much. The fall, it just September rolls around, I got the pumpkin candles out, I'm making the pumpkin bread and muffins. At Thanksgiving, I usually make pumpkin cheesecake, love regular pumpkin pie, just love it. Just love everything about it. I actually make pumpkin muffins that put some chocolate chips in there too, which is very delicious. So anyway, what is your favorite Disney film? All right, my favorite recent release would probably be Frozen 2. Because I feel like Disney has a little bit too much emphasis at times at follow your heart, which I think it's great and wonderful to chase dreams at times. I really think that we should have dreams and learn to follow them when it is wise to do so. Sometimes it is not always wise to follow your heart, though. It's good to use our common sense. And so the song in that movie, I mean, it was a beautiful movie in general. I loved it, but the song Do the Next Right Thing, I just thought was so admirable of Disney to include that song in there, because really that's how we should be living and ordering our lives, is do the next right thing. And it makes me think of Elizabeth Elliot, who I've talked about before, and that was something that her and her husband Jim Elliot, that was something they live by, is to do the next thing. All right, the next on the list is, what's your favorite season? I usually will say that fall and spring tie for this. I love the beautiful weather of spring, although I do live in a place with tornadoes. I love the flowers of spring and just the newness in the air, but I also like the changing leaves of fall, and I did mention my love of pumpkin. So I think I would say tied, but gosh, I really am enjoying summer right now, going to the pool with my kids, and I homeschool, so not having to be their teacher for the moment has been lovely. I just think, except for Christmas, I adore Christmas. I don't like the winter in general because of cold and flu season, and then cold and super windy like it is in my state of Oklahoma is not always the most pleasant. Next, what's your favorite seasonal drink? Okay, there is a box tea that you can, I will put in the description, I will put the brand that I can get anywhere. I can get it at the grocery store, Walmart, Target, and I think it's Bigelow. And they have a vanilla chai tea, and I like to make that in the cold months and just put a little splash of vanilla creamer in it. I love it. It's delicious and so comforting. Do you have a favorite shirt or article of clothing? Well, this is a seasonal answer too, actually. In the summertime right now, I have a favorite pink sundress, and in the winter, I have purple, cozy, snuggly pajamas that I love. Who's your favorite author? This is a question that a lot of times I will refuse to answer, but for the sake of this video, I've chosen to just talk about one of my favorite, which is Ellen Montgomery, the author of Anne of Green Gables, and Pat of Silver Bush, and Jane of Lantern Hill, things that just touched me as a child. So for today, I'm going to say Ellen Montgomery, but I have lots of favorites. Do you have a favorite spot for reading or writing? Yes, I absolutely do. The right side of my couch. I don't know why I've chosen the right side, but I prefer it over the left side. What's your favorite food or dessert? I love fruit. I love fruit so much, and I love chocolate. And I just always have been that way. Fruit was one of the few things. I couldn't eat chocolate while I was pregnant. It made me sick, but fruit was one of the only things I could keep down while I was pregnant with my 3 kids. And it's so funny, like apples was one of the number one things that was soothing to me. We go through 12 to 15 pounds of apples in my house a week. 12 to 15 pounds. What's your favorite time of day? And this is the same answer as my tagger Micah had. I love the morning and the evening. So morning for me, probably I would say 7 a.m. I love that time of morning. And then right now I would say sunset, which is later, and it changes of course throughout the year. That is my favorite. We live next to a farm. We don't have a whole lot of land. We just live in a regular like track house. But we live right next to a farm that is just west of us, and the sun setting over that beautiful farm is so picturesque every night. I just love it so much. All right, favorite color? Blue. I love blue so much. I love royal blue. I love baby blue. I love a little green throw in. Give me some turquoise. Give me some aqua. Like I love this green, but it has a hint of blue, which is why I love it so much. What are your top 3 favorite YouTube channels? Okay, so I can't pick any booktubers because I just love everybody so much. So I am going to cheat and pick all of BookTube. Like all of you all are my favorite channel. And I would say number 2 is Hannah Bales. She is a voice teacher that reacts to people's performances, or sometimes she reacts to musical episodes of TV shows, or even some like made for TV movies, like musicals that go on Disney Channel. And I just like, I'm not a singer, but I love hearing her analyze people's voices, talk about the voice. There's something about it that is so soothing. I just adore it. So check out Hannah Bales. And then KeithAndKristynGetty. They are modern day hymn writers. And I found that when I looked back, what I'm on the most on YouTube, other than the booktubers pages, I'm on their page a lot. You know, a lot of times when I'm getting ready in the morning, I have their modern day hymns on, and I just love them. All right. What's your favorite musical or play? I love, love, love Newsies. Love it. I love it so much. I can't even tell you. And I mentioned Jeremy Jordan at the beginning, and he was the original Jack Kelly in Newsies. If you don't know, it's about these boys who basically are the distribution apparatus for Joseph Pulitzer's paper back in 1899. And he raises the price that they get the paper at, and then of course they would sell it at a higher price to where they can't afford to really live off that anymore, and they decide to strike even though they don't have a union. And I mean, just powerful music. And my favorite song from it is Santa Fe. But I loved the movie when I was a child. It was my dad and I's thing to do together. But you know, the Broadway version of the musical is even 100 times better, and I do adore it. But I can't not mention Les Mis, because that is such a beautiful musical too, haunting and touching, and just such a well done production. What's your favorite place you've visited? I'm sure I will talk about all the reasons why this place is so special to me someday. I don't think I can do it in the scope of the video today and do it justice, but there's a place in Central Florida where wish families, children that have chosen a wish that have life-threatening or life-altering illnesses, can stay, called Give Kids the World Village. And if you have like a wish to go to Disney or Universal, usually you get like 3 days to Disney, 2 days Universal, you can go to SeaWorld. It is the most beautiful, magical place on the planet. And it just walking in the gate, you feel like you've come home. So I will talk more about why that place is so special to me some other time. All right, last, I just have to tag someone now. All right, there is a pretty new booktuber who I have recently found, and I just love her channel so much. She's so sweet. She's so open about herself, and just, I feel like she's just a kind and a good person, and I feel like we should honor kind and good people. Her name is Shan Hart. If you don't want to do this, no pressure at all. I just wanted to basically give you a shout out. Please go check out her channel. She has the sweetest smile. She just seems like a beautiful person, and I hope that you go see her. Well, thank you so much for coming along this ride with me today, and I hope that you get to read a lot in your life. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.